Welcome to EMC Proven Solutions. In this demonstration we will show how Microsoft SQL Server is provisioned on EMC Enterprise Hybrid Cloud 2.5.1. The Cloud Administrator has visibility of all Service Catalog items. These include services relating to Active Directory, Exchange, SharePoint, and a wide range of SQL Server editions, including SQL Server 2012 Enterprise Standard and Express, and SQL Server 2008 R2 Enterprise Standard and Express. We log out of vCloud Automation Center and log back in as a SQL Server Administrator. The SQL Server Administrator will have visibility of only SQL Server specific catalog items. A SQL Server service is selected and an appropriate catalog item is chosen. Here, SQL Server 2012 Enterprise Edition on flash storage is requested. A description and a reason for the deployment are entered, and we select Next. Parameters specific to SQL Server are then entered. These include parameters such as the SA password and the instance name. We select Submit, and the status of the request can then be monitored. Here we can see that the request is pending approval. This is because an approval policy was assigned to the requested catalog item. The approver logs in to vCloud Automation Center where they can either approve or reject the request. The details of a request can be reviewed prior to approving or rejecting. The approver enters a justification and approves the request. The SQL Server Administrator who previously requested the SQL Server deployment logs back into vCloud Automation Center and sees the request is now in progress. The progress of a request can also be viewed from vCloud Automation Center Application Services. We can view the execution plan of the SQL Server deployment and see the services which will be executed and the order in which they will be implemented. Details related to a successful SQL Server deployment can be obtained from vCloud Automation Center Application Services. We will now view a completed SQL Server 2012 Enterprise Edition deployment. We can obtain important details such as the virtual machine IP address. We can see that a virtual machine was deployed. It then joined the domain. The requested version of Microsoft SQL Server was installed and configured, and the vCenter Hyperic monitoring agent was installed automatically during the deployment. From vCloud Automation Center, we can see that the request has completed successfully. We also gather details relating to the application deployment and virtual machine details, which are then used to connect to the SQL Server virtual machine deployed. We launch SQL Server Management Studio and we view the SQL Server instance. Thank you for viewing our demo.